Hi everyone, welcome back to my DIY Home with Liz. In today's video, we're doing an IKEA DIY. So for this project, what you need is you need to get these 3 wooden crates from IKEA. You can pick these up at any IKEA store. They're $5.99 each, and I grabbed 3 of these. These crates were really simple to put together. You just want to take the components apart. You're going to screw together the 4 sides. And then you're just going to place the bottom on and screw that in with the 4 screws that are provided. And then repeat those steps with the other 2 crates. I really thought these crates would look nice stained, so I'm going to be using the Rust-Oleum stain called Briar Smoke, and I've used this on a ton of projects, you guys. I've used it in the half bath, I've used it in my laundry room. I literally have just a tiny bit left, but this really goes a long way. And if you're looking for this, I picked mine up at Hobby Lobby. So to apply the stain, I'm gonna be wearing gloves so I don't get it all over my hands. And then I'm just going to take a foam brush, brush the stain on, making sure that I get on the inside of the crate as well as the outside. Once I brush the stain on, I'm gonna take a rag and just wipe it off, removing a majority of the excess stain. This stain works awesome, so you really only need 1 coat. Make sure though that you really get into all the areas, because when these are hanging on the wall, you're going to be able to see it. So make sure you cover all the surfaces. From there, I'm going to cut out some letters to create a stencil for my crates. So I'm making a template in Cricut Design Space, and I just typed up the words rosemary, thyme, and oregano, and then I just curved the text a little bit, and this is what I'm going to use for my template. In my Cricut, I loaded in some contact paper. It's just cheap contact paper from Walmart. So then I will go over here, and I will click on Make It. And then it's going to basically just connect to my Cricut. Okay, whenever your Cricut button is flashing, that means it's time to start cutting. I have this set up here to vinyl. You can move it to the different settings. And then all I have to do is click the little C button, and it's gonna start cutting out my template. And I can use this for painting my letters on. Once your Cricut has cut out all of your letters, all you're going to do is just trim them off so that you can get them to be individual words. I'm simply gonna pull out the letters inside. Since I'm gonna be painting this, I want the outer portion for my template. I wanted these templates to sit in the center of my crate. So I put the template down, and then I'm gonna use a tape measure. I'm gonna measure each side just to make sure that I have it centered up and it's even in the middle. You wanna make sure that you press your template firmly down in place, because once you go in and paint, you don't want any of that paint seeping underneath your template. Next, I'm gonna come in with 2 thin coats of Waverly white chalk paint. You guys know I love this paint. You can grab it at Walmart. And I'm just gonna be using an inexpensive foam brush. You're gonna repeat this step on the other 2 crates, putting on the other word templates that you cut out with your Cricut. Okay, now it's time to fill up our planters. So I've gathered a variety of different plants from around my house. I picked up a few things. I want to show you what I'm using, and then I'll just kind of play around with it until I get it how I like it. At IKEA, I grabbed some of their boxwoods. These are great for fillers, so I have some of those. I also have some of the IKEA ferns, so I picked up a couple of those, see if those fit in. I've also been loving all of the flowers right now at Walmart, so they're really inexpensive and I think a great deal. I got this huge bundle of flowers. This was $6.88, and it has several pink flowers, and then it's got these like champagne color and some white. I thought this was very neutral, and there's not a lot of color in my laundry room where I'm gonna hang this, so I thought this would work. I also picked up these roses. They were in a bundle like this for $3, and I thought those would be a great accent with the pink flowers. And then you guys know I love this lamb's ear. One thing of it is 97 cents. These are all from Walmart. I went ahead and decided I needed to fill the flower boxes before I added the hooks because I wasn't certain how high to put it up. So for the planter boxes, I'm using these. They're called metal garden hooks, and you can pick these up at Dollar Tree, and they come in a package of 2, which I think is a great deal. They're like these little S hooks. So I grabbed 2 of these. To attach your decorative hooks, what you want to do is get a tape measure and measure the length of your box. These boxes are around 12 inches. So I want the center of my hook to be in the middle at 6 inches. So to do that, I'm gonna take some hot glue and put it on the bottom of my hook, and then I will just put it on the back of my box on the inside portion, and then I'm gonna make sure that it lines up at that 6-inch mark. For added stability of your hooks, you just want to add a little bit of duct tape over the top of this. This will help to hold them in place. Now remember, I'm not hanging this from my decorative hooks. I'm just using them to look pretty on the wall. So now that I have the handles put on, it's time to attach these cute baskets to the wall. If you didn't want to attach them to the wall, you could always leave them sitting out, but I think they're gonna look adorable on the wall. So my husband's gonna help me with hanging them up. So to hang the baskets, we are going to drill a hole into the back of the basket. We're also going to drill a hole into the wall and add in a screw anchor. From there, we're just going to use a screw and screw the basket in place on the wall. And I decided to put all 3 baskets on the wall, like one on top of each other. From there, I did have to go in and fill the baskets back with my flowers just because we weren't able to attach them with all the flowers in. So I'm just filling them on the wall. Here's a look at how it all turned out. I love the way this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it for you guys. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. I post 3 to 4 DIY tutorials each week. And if you're not doing so, make sure you follow me on Instagram at mydiyhomeliz. I post a lot of stories throughout the week of things I'm working on and projects that I'm doing. If you missed our last IKEA DIY, I'll link it right here so you guys can go watch that video next. And I'll talk to you in our next video. Bye!